as it is.
No,
Big fair.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. Knowing ahead of time can be helpful. It also is less stress on like the intro of it when I know a day in advance and have been thinking about it, right? And then it's a lot easier for me to rattle it off with everything else.
Okay,
And
how
if you
about
can't
this?
remember, we'll all remember.
How about this? We're here now. Let's decide next week's question.
Mm.
Or just
I
drop
like
it in the chat. Next week's question is, do we want to do icebreaker? Do we want to do NPC vibe?
I think we need to consider if next week is the end of Act 1. That feels important to help decide the thing. Like, does it feel that way for you? If we have, I mean, let's say
this
that we
episode
chat
feels
for
pretty pivotal
15
as far as
minutes,
like how
right?
many
Like,
more episodes there are.
we got 2.5 hours of recording time on the strong.
Because like if we get into a big fight, the episode just could sort of stretch. If we do all of the things right, we could be, I guess, like if we do everything exactly right, we could perhaps see end credits at the end of the episode just because like there are ways to get out of this situation where we just kind of are like, and we get away.
Yeah, that's what
So
I
like
think,
this episode is sort of the hinge of that.
Why don't we then tomorrow begin discussions about what the question will be? That way we can also consider question and be where we're at in the story, because it feels like like this could be a pivotal episode of the act.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a good idea.
But I like that. I like that starting early. Like we can all, pitch some stuff, and
I
then
think-
if in the next few days you learn something new, you're like, oh shit, it would be really cool to know if blank blah blank blank blank,
That's true. That's true.
I like that. Yeah. Start early. But for today, where we're at currently, like with this whole situation, like everything's all
Immediate
set up.
focus.
We'll definitely be doing a. Oh yeah, if I could get a couple more cameras on, that would be great. Just to set the cameras into their place.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, the where we're at in immediate focus, everything is kind of set up, and our last time on kind of comes right after we would do this anyway. But just for like our brains, we've just finished our big show, and the lights have shifted to Thaddeus the guard and Rumnum the guard and the goblins. So like the show feels like it's about to kick into 100% gear. Not our show, but the show we were kind of trying to avoid. We'll do, of course, our last time on, but that's where we're at as a team, which feels good to know. Yes, perfect. Thank you guys. Stellar. Anything else before we begin?
Okay.
I love the black and white. It brings
It works.
a drama.
You go into the camera settings and you turn the saturation all the way off.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's like the use of. I mean, I think it works so well because you're the core of this, the center of the screen, and
it works surprisingly well in the YouTube video.
Yeah, right? It's weird. It's weird how well like the black and white immediately was like, hello. Anyway, hello everybody, and welcome back to Dungeons, Drive-Ins, and Dice, A Wider World. This season, Dungeons & Dragons podcast about 4 wayward adventurers out to rescue some goblins and figure out what's wrong with Wilhelm's hole. Yes, get through it. I'm Haribo Tamagotchi. I had a thought today about this specific... Oh, lost him. Is he back? Hello?
It looks sort of like he's back.
Yeah. We can't quite hear you if you're talking. I imagine. I can't. I heard Mike, so this time I can hear people.
Ooh.
Oh.
You hurt his feelings.
I know. That was targeted, I guess. Are you back?
Something is afoot.
I'm gonna imagine you're not
He's
back.
so quiet.
Yeah.
He's so quiet.
Okay, I'm gonna finish refilling my coffee.
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish my wine.
I've been dreaming of red wine at home, but we were so sick for so long, and then like
Ugh, I can't do.
just
I
like
like my
coming
wine
down
like
from
my
it.
like juice.
Yes,
I like $8 white wine.
it's my favorite. It's my favorite of the alcohols. Like I'll drink it above any hard liquor. And with access to all of it for basically free while I'm at work is like I don't know how they stay afloat. But the red wine is I'm just drawn to it. It's like juice. Yum.
I've tried. Oh, I've tried to have red. It tastes icky. Why does it taste so icky?
Come to Chicago. I'll show you good wine.
The tannins.
No, but here's the thing. I don't like that taste of alcohol. So that's
So that's because you're drinking $8 wine, and that's not a slight. We drink it here all the time. I
drink
like
it
you
ice,
find the
which is,
right
like,
bottle
extra
for
bad.
yourself. $8 wine is perfect. You don't need to spend more if you find the right $8 bottle for you.
All right, I'm
But
back.
oh hell yeah, perfect. Now we're waiting on Theodore to return. But
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Okay, well you're back now. If it happens again, let us know.
Yeah, everyone was talking and then it just stopped, and I was like, "Huh?" And then I looked and everyone's face was frozen, and I was like, "Oh,
Not it. For wine, I feel like you get to like you go to the store and you spend $20 on a bottle. That's not something you're going to do every time, but you'll find the difference of the flavor even if you drink a lot of really cheap wine, right? Like if that's your drink of choice, that's fire. We drink a lot of cheap wine around the house for sure. But because when I'm at work, all of a sudden I have access to like well tried and tested, really nice bottles, but for a little bit cheaper. Bottles of wine, fuck yeah, I'm gonna really enjoy that. And then some days I do want the red, and some days I know our whites are also fucking awesome. So if you come to Chicago, visit us, take you out. If you don't enjoy the red wine, I can still treat you to some really good white wine too, But I can also show you some like red wines that you may enjoy.
That's true. Yeah, it's such a weird culture that seems so snooty that I'm like, I don't have $40 for a bottle that I might like, baby. No. My
that's
budget
true.
for wine is
That's true.
It's very slim.
Yeah.
I want to know I'm going to like it before I buy it.
It has taken me. No, that's what you're developing, right? By going out and like tasting all these wines that I'm just gonna throw at you. You get to begin to develop like what words you're after or what place you're after, so you can say like confidently. Generally, when I go to this place, it will be a good, not like this store, but like if I go to this region in the world, I will enjoy it more than
Tuscany.
other regions. And that actually becomes really like I can pick up a bottle of wine that I've never tasted and give you some notes on what you will taste because I have learned what regions I'm after. I can't do that with every region, absolutely, but the regions I enjoy, which is a fun party trick to pick up a random bottle, quote unquote, and show off and be like, all of a sudden, I know when I open this bottle, you're gonna taste some slate or whatever, and then when you taste it, and you're like, I don't know what that is, and I can tell you, hey, that flavor is called slate in this case. I don't, that's all fucking because we're taught that. But when you taste it across 10 bottles, you're like, even if I'm not tasting gray rock, I am tasting the same flavor that is called slate. You know what I mean? Like they'll call it whatever. They have better tastes than I do. I'm not a professional on that by any means. I just am passionate because I enjoy wine. But still, we will drink really cheap wine. Don't get me wrong. I'm into it. But anyway, full circle.
This tastes of bare feet.
Wine? No, man. You can keep me going all day on that shit. I said hello. I said the intro, but what I got to before I'm going to answer our question and ask it was that Haribo is a halfling currently. And I've said that at the beginning of every episode, but I realized right now that, like, fuck me, could I have just not been a halfling for a minute, been sneaky? Like, the stealth checks would have been tens of tens as me as a not halfling. That could have been so
Yeah, why did we have
helpful.
to work so hard to smuggle you in disguise?
I I don't know at what point did I just not become, not a halfling, then it could have been helpful. Anyway,
It's okay. I'm
came
sure there's all sorts of like shifter bonuses that I have that I don't actually know about and don't use.
there's some intimidation with you being a tiger, but again, you just get stripes and some big muscles. It's like an anime thickening.
I think there's like a damage bonus, but it's a
Mhm.
melee damage bonus also.
Also that. If you can do a scrap with a few people, you can get buff and like ape out or tiger out. Anyway, the question of the day is where we're at currently, because things are intense and we want to talk about, like, get ourselves into this because it is a big moment. We've
What
just
is your
finished
immediate focus?
What is our
and I
immediate
do
focus. I know, I like that phrasing. We did
I
discuss
do
it.
I hopefully want to try and restrict us to like stuff in the room or like places or people, places, and things on our
Like
thoughts
our
here.
yeah, I mean, definitely. My immediate focus right now is the controls I have seen across the room. The lights have shifted from me, Haribo, to something else, drawing what I could only consider as the focus of the room. And so I've seen my ally somehow in charge of the goblins, which doesn't seem to, like, I don't know what that means for us, but he's connected and I trust him. So whatever it means for us, I can trust him. And so now I need to be, I think, trusted to get to these controls that I have scoped out. And that's my immediate focus, is like getting across a whole fucking room of people. We'll figure out how I do that, but.
And my name is Lawrence, and I play the gelatinous bard Sparkalonius. Sparkalonius, I believe, has just given truly one of the performances ever. And now that the focus has shifted, I think given the circumstances, Sparkalonius is going to have to try and get that focus back. I mean, there are certainly things going on in the room, but I don't know if it's possible, but that's where Sparkalonius is at. He's going to try and get that focus back. Just to hold on to it for a little bit longer.
Wait, you said one of the performances, one of the best, or best, right?
Truly one of the performances of all time.
Like a superlative performance.
Okay.
Yeah. It is a performance that has happened.
Yeah. I mean, how much of Phil Collins could have been utilized is incredible, dude.
Wait, is it superlative or is it mid?
It happened. I think my roles were pretty good. Sparkalonius's roles. Sparkalonius, he's confident. He's always given a good show.
Haribo's were bad.
It is the situation that we find ourselves in that I don't know if the show will be able to overcome the situation. But we'll see. Maybe I roll some really good dice here in a minute.
Alrighty. My name is Grace Stringer, and I play Marjorie Ridgeback, the necromancer cleric of the group. Fun fact, also a shifter, I guess. And my focus right now in this moment is just trying to figure out how to survive. It seems like we are potentially on the cusp of being in a tight spot. Should things not go our way. So I think my focus is figuring out worst case scenario, bailing, and finding and getting out.
And finding a new party to join.
Fucking knew it. I knew it. I thought in my brain all day for some reason. I didn't think about anyone else's goal, but in my brain I was like, Marjorie is absolutely, it's just gonna be me. Of course it's me. And I not in a mean way for me, but just like, of course it is.
These
and
chumps,
I was like,
I'm gonna start
curious what Grace will come
chumps.
up with. I fucking knew it all day. I was like, how to live and leave. Fuck yeah.
Listen, right now it is best for my survival that we stay together as a group and I keep the group alive as I can. But should it no longer be in my favor to be in the group, or if she's got to urch.
Yeah, no, exactly.
All
You
I'm gonna
spent
say,
30
I'm sorry,
episodes
y'all.
urchin.
all I'm gonna say is that Sparkalonius does have the level 2 spell Invisibility prepped. So
You
I
have
mean,
said that.
Sparkalonius
I know.
isn't that far behind you, Marjorie.
Oh, the joy I feel. I'm so stoked.
This is why this is a fun question.
Yeah, right? An immediate, like, just a good, like, hey, where you at?
Sorry.
No, it's good.
I am Michael, and I play Thaddeus Offgood, the Dwarven fighter. And my immediate priorities are split. I know I've got to take care of the goblins, but I'm hobbled with From Numb, who I don't trust at all. And on top of that, I should really be with Haribo on the Dwarven machinery. So I'm torn about my current situation, and I got to get the goblins out, but I should also be with the Dwarven machinery. So I'm torn, but I got to focus on where I am right here, right now, guarding the goblins. Yeah.
Both Mike and Thaddeus are in a tough spot. Just as far as like decision making here. In the active situation. Anywho, I'm Theodore Stringer, game master, inhabitor of the world and all of its inhabitants, except for these fools. And when last we gamed, we were in the green room and we game planned for a little bit too long, and then we were in the exhaust vents slash slide, and we were in that for maybe a little bit too long, but we also got to hear a lot of stand up.
Height type 5. I hope everyone here can still hear me. For some reason, my Discord has cut out. We're trying to figure that out right now. But for some reason, it isn't working, and we're figuring it out as we are live, of course, because why wouldn't we be? Why would we not be? Well, ugh. I'm gonna, I guess, reset computer. And we will see if that fixes the problem. Oh. There's no way that works. No. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to reset my computer. So if you can hear this, we'll be right back.